This is a clip from Turning Italian. Check the description for the full episode.
I don't know if this is like a specifically New Zealand thing or if it's something that happens in other countries, but like, is it like common to steal like roadwork cones and like random stuff from roadworks?
I am.
Okay.
Road signs, anything that's not nailed down. I haven't done it.
Bro, I pull the fucking stop sign out of the ground by just like balancing it like back and forth.
Every single...
These are crimes. You're admitting to crimes right now.
You'll never know what I've done.
For the listeners, I just screamed aloud, you are committing crimes. You are admitting to a crime, to which Ed smiled stupidly and nodded at the camera like, yeah.
This one time when we were going to Colorado from Chicago, we stopped by a pit stop that was under construction. I stole a cone and put it in Charlie's car, and Charlie came out and was like,
you planted evidence.
No, we cannot steal that cone. And I was like, why? And I was, dude, we could have gotten a cone. That would have been so fun.
Dude, that's some baby shit.
Buy a cone. They're not expensive.
That is absolutely baby shit.
Imagine showing.
David, you know how much worse that is that you did that? Because it's an international crime now.
I'm Canadian. It's an international crime. But I didn't do it because that fucking pussy Charlie said no.
That cone has history. If you buy one, you're just getting it fresh. It's not the same.
That is some pussy shit too, because like me and my homies, we were like 20. We were coming back from the bar and walking back. It was like a 1 hour walk. We saw a stop sign that was like eerily attractive, and we were all like, what if we just like stole it? Because it was a stop sign that was like it was planted into the fucking
that is
cement.
So bad.
So I grabbed
People
one
will
side.
not stop at a four-way stop.
My homie grabbed the other side, and we just kept balancing like back and forth.
Hey, wait, this is hilarious though.
We kept balancing back and forth till it came off, and then I just put it over my shoulder. He put it over his shoulder, and we just carried it back to my place.
Disclaimer.
You're not a good person.
Disclaimer. We do not condone these actions.
We do not condone any of this.
In fact, anything that comes out of Ed's mouth is not condoned.
No, listen, we'll balance it out.
Condoned.
We'll balance it out. There have been a few times where signs were knocked over by my neighborhood, and I put them back up. So
there you go.
Hey, now we're in
the
an
karmic resolution of the brand is now back to neutral.
The Virgin Good Samaritan.
Okay, so Justin, I'm gonna need you to tack team here in a second because there's
only so many signs near me.
Okay, sorry, because I gotta tell you, man, we got bored of the stop sign and we just left it on the side of like a pharmacy at one point because we got really distracted by a car that was left unlocked and had like, what do you call it? Like a baby seat. So we just like unlocked it and we just took the baby seat and I was just like sitting on the baby seat while my homies were pushing me like down like a downward hill.
Yeah.
Ed, no, that's real bad. That's real bad, dude.
David, I like that. I like that you're more shocked by their friends stealing a baby seat than them making a four-way stop extremely dangerous by making one of the stops not
in
tell
my
you
defense.
to
I'm
stop.
pretty sure this is like the plot of like 13 Reasons Why or something. Like,
oh my god!
In my defense, that downhill street was covered in snow. It was like November of December.
that's worse.
Oh my god!
So it's
really
slippery.
a stop sign in a frozen over,
And we were really tempted to grab the baby seat because it's like a free toboggan because the car was left unlocked. So we just took it.
Fucking god!
And I was just
How old were you?
I was just in it, and I was sitting on it like this, like how an adult counselor would sit, just like, hey, you did drugs, but this was like, imagine this was like a baby seat. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they say when you go to counsel.
I would not trust this counselor. For the record.
And then it's just me like, and then it's just me like going down the street on like a baby chariot, but it's not mine.
Did you at least replace the stop sign with a yield or something? Like anything?
You replaced it with a baby seat.
It's gonna get up and be like, no, I still have the stop sign. It's like right here.
It's in my fucking closet. I actually had it for a while.
I think on the list of signs you could have possibly stolen, stealing a stop sign
is the worst.
in frozen weather is probably the single worst thing you could have possibly stolen.
I mean, also that's
in
pretty
Europe,
crazy. You're
I feel
so
like
strong,
in stop
haha.
signs, I feel like stop signs in America are more important. In Europe, they're just like it's like implied stoppage. You know, you
No,
have
it's
to
not.
stop.
Excuse me?
Oh
For
my
someone
God.
with a
stop
What
suggestions.
do you mean? What do
Do you know how many fucking people travel in Europe between places? Like, nobody knows any of the fucking, like, oh my God.
I feel like tourists just need to adapt. In that case,
I
They're
don't
going
think
to
it's-
adapt to the crutches you put them
You are
in.
filtering tourists. You're right.
and I think that's character development. I
No,
think they will be thanking me.
Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait to talk to our manager later and be like, "Hey, can we say this on YouTube?" And he's gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
The physical therapy arc.
Hey Ed, just do a quick line. Just record a quick line wherever you say that you made all of this up.
Can you say
just in
allegedly
case
real
we
quick?
Hey, podcast
Just say allegedly
listeners,
real quick. No, just
this
say
all
allegedly.
happened true to my word when I was 20
Allegedly.
years
No,
old.
Look at my lips.
True to
Oh my
all
god,
of my
And it's
that's so
opposite
much
day.
older than you should have been.
every single one of the things that I said happened, and I am still very proud of them. Not only am I proud of them, I would.
You're proud of
still
the lessons
repeat
you learned,
them.
right?
Now we're lessons. I learned no lessons. The only lesson I learned was how to get
not
a
giving me
stop
much to
sign
work
out
with.
of the street efficiently.
I'm sorry for bringing this up. I
He's
thought
a-
I had, like, a neat, like, cute
I-
story. I'm so
I-
sorry.
What's your cute story?
Well, it wasn't
What was
even
your
that cute.
story?
Well, like, in New Zealand.
I think Cameron's story is he found a stop sign in the middle of nowhere, and he was like, "That's so crazy."
So I took down these light posts that were like, no. In New
I
Zealand,
went to like this. I went to this like traffic light, and I just shot out the lights.
Wait, like the entire fucking light post? Like,
no. This
The
is not
long
true. I was joking. It's lie. This is lie.
oh,
Funny lie. Anyway, in New Zealand, any flat you go into will have either like some kind of like roadworks here or some sign pointing to like a street sign or something. Every single flat, because it's so like there has been ads I've gotten on like how much it costs the New Zealand government each year in terms of how much like roadworks like signage gets stolen. Like straight up, it's like
What?
it's like
That is
millions.
so
It's like
funny.
millions a year.
oh my god,
Like
that's so fucking funny.
and so my friend group was, especially at high school, was no different. They used to steal signs all the time. And one time I was like getting picked up just to hang out with friends in like one of their car, and I got into the back seat. I had no idea what like we were going to do or anything. And then they just stopped at a roadworks. Someone in like the car slows down, still moving, and someone gets out of the back seat, sprints over to the construction site, grabs something, jumps back in the car, and they go, and we just like speed off like. So we're just driving around like our city to all of the different roadwork places, and like they stop at one. They stop at one. And they go, "Cameron, it's your turn." I'm like, "No, I don't want to do this." Like, Cameron, you have to, or you're getting out of the car and you're not staying. And I'm like, what? So I like have to like
What?
I love that
God.
they work with the efficiency of a mugging
Shitty.
for signs.
It is the most efficient thing I've ever seen. And like they're like, okay, I'm gonna pop the boot because we don't have space in the back anymore. So like I have like the car's still fucking moving. I like grab the tiniest like sign I could find and then like chuck it into the boot and jump in, and then we like speed off. And then we're like driving around doing this for like two hours, and they're like, we're bored. Like they're like, we're bored of doing this or whatever. So we drive. We drive to an intermediate, like a middle school, and it's like nighttime, and we drive. They're like, I think we can get in here. Oh, look, the gate's unlocked. And I'm like, what are we doing? We drive into the middle school, into the
drive?
Yes, there's a field. This is nighttime. No kids are there. Into the field and just start doing donuts. And I'm like,
Oh my fucking god!
I'm like, what is? I'm like, this is the dumbest
How
fuck.
big? how big are the fucking signs that you? How many signs did you have?
We had like at least 5.
One of each.
How did that fit in a car?
You had a,
What?
and so we're just doing
Did you guys
donuts.
have an SUV?
It was like a hatchback.
Oh my!
Was it unmarked?
It was a shitty hatchback as well, if I remember. Some like Nissan or like a
Was
Toyota.
it all black?
I think it was like maybe I can't remember. So long ago now. I think it must have been like red or something. I don't think it was black.
Oh, that's not
Damn.
as funny.
But we're just doing skids in the back of the school. And it's just like we see someone like across the thing and we're like, oh fuck, we have to go. And so we just like speed off. But it was the stupidest thing I think I've ever like been witness to, because like the fact that we didn't get caught.
Hey, I'm gonna be
No,
honest.
you were a part of it,
witness.
whether you like
were
it or
a
not.
part
You
of
weren't
it.
witnessing it.
All right. Yes.
Peer pressure. I'm very sensitive.
But yeah, I was pressured. I was made culpable. But I was in the backseat. I wasn't driving. I had no control.
Okay, for PST
Backseat
context,
stealing.
Cameron told me in private that he was not
Yes.
pressured at all. It was actually all his idea, and he was in fact pressuring everyone else to do all of the things that he just said, especially the
That is-
illegal
Ed,
ones.
And that's weird. He told me he was in the driver's seat, but they had a gun to his head.
We don't have guns here. What are you talking about?
Hey, that's so weird. Cameron told me they were recreating Dragged Across Concrete, directed by Zay Ziegler.
Did you all sit around a
What are you
table?
talking
What the fuck
about?
are you talking about?
The guy that directed Bone Tomahawk directed a movie called Dragged Across Concrete. It's a fucked up movie. I don't recommend it to anyone.
Oh, I would assume so. A guy gets dragged across concrete, presumably.
It do.
That's horrible.
It do.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't get into a car with that person again because I was like, I don't want this to happen.
Why
again.
not?
What do you mean? Why
You
not?
don't want to.
Dude,
You don't want
the
to
fact
steal
that
a
we didn't
fucking.
get, look, it is a miracle that one, the car didn't fucking like get stuck in the mud in this disgusting like field that's like like a rugby field that's like just the mud is like so thick. Like it was ridiculous that we didn't get stuck and we didn't get caught. Like,
did you take it as a
Cameron-
sign that you shouldn't do it anymore?
yes, I did. That was my moral of the story. I was like, I shouldn't.
You took about 5 signs, I think.
Cameron, what you're saying is this feller within your circle fed you an amazing story for you to tell on your podcast with all of your white friends, and you decided
Why do you
to.
specify
Oh, okay. I'm never gonna like
Hey,
talk
hey,
with these people
Justin's
ever
friend.
again. You know.
I would say ethnically ambiguous friends.
Hey, I'm part European.
So
I'm
am I.
fully
You know-
European, and I'm white as fuck.
Okay, well, I'm part. I'm
Wait,
part of the more
Julian just said,
interesting
I'm
Europe.
part white and part white.